What is up, Sheepdog Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Sheepdog Nation podcast with your host, me, Autumn Clifford. I'm really excited and honored, as always, to have you here with me. So this episode and this season has been really focused on getting sheepdogs ready for their shifts, or, giving them tools for how to deal with shit in the middle of the shift, or how to, giving techniques and tools and the how-tos to transition from, going off duty and going home. So this is going to be just a brief, short and sweet episode. I'm trying to keep them short and sweet for you so that, you can get a bang for your buck, even though it's completely free, but you catch my drift. And so a couple of things I just want to make quick announcements. So we're going to dive right in what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to help you prepare your mind for going 10-8, or what I would call on shift, going in service. Okay, so real quickly, a couple of announcements. First thing, please share this out. This is how I'm going to reach and impact the millions of officers that I want to do across the world. This podcast has had such a huge impact all across the world. We have thousands and thousands of downloads, and it's been really amazing in a very short amount of time. It's a fairly new podcast, so I just want to thank you so much. I want to thank you for the reviews. If you haven't, went and reviewed this on iTunes, I'd really appreciate it. And if you could share this out, I would super appreciate it as well, because I'm really pouring my heart out for you guys, and I would just really appreciate the same, by sharing. Sharing is caring. Okay, the next thing that I want to tell you is I've been getting approached by a lot of different police agencies and officers and professionals about, my availability, not my ability. I mean, they probably question that too. But my availability on being able to go and teach and host seminars online and in person, and what can I do? And I just want to tell you that I am available for that. I can teach on various topics. And all you have to do is reach out to me. You can email me at autumnclifford.com, or you can just come on to Instagram at the Lady Sheepdog and DM me, or find me on Facebook. But Facebook's going to be a little bit more of a pain in the ass unless you go to my business page. Okay, so anyways, I wanted to tell you all that. That's amazing. Got a lot of things, good stuff going on. Every Thursday I run a free training webinar for women trying to get into law enforcement. So if that's you, then you need to get on that. Below will be the link so you can sign up. You don't want to miss those. Okay, so let's dive on in. Okay, so today we're going to talk about you're going on shift, and let's get your mind right. Here's the thing. I think we can all agree. We always have so much going on. We always have so much going on in your personal life, and then, in your professional life, especially as a sheepdog. And you are expected to be squared away, on point, be making split fucking decisions, important decisions at that, very quickly. But I don't really think anybody's helping us as Sheepdog Nation to get our minds ready for that. So I'm going to kind of just talk with you. You can use it as sort of a less spiritual meditation. You can use it as a reminder. You can just listen to me and fucking soak it all up, which, I highly suggest all three. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable. But here's what I want you to know. As you're getting your suit on, and what we would obviously all like to consider your Superman suit, right? And as you're getting that on and you're preparing for patrol, some things that need to go through your head. You need to settle whatever's going on at home. That shit needs to be settled, okay? So we need to settle that. Now, if you need to apologize, even though you don't think that you should, but that's going to make him or her, your significant other, happy, then go fucking do it, because you never know if this is your last shift. And I hate to be a fucking Debbie Downer, but this is the truth. This is the absolute truth. And I'm going to tell you, as a police officer, this is how I handled my shit. This is how I was able to put my emotions, especially as a very emotional Italian woman, okay? Fucking emotional as fuck. Somebody make me that shirt. Anyways, I I had to learn how to put my emotions in my pocket. And so you need to do that too. So here's your reminder. You need to settle whatever needs to get settled at home. You and, the GF or the BF or the wife or the husband, you guys getting into a spat, clear it up way before. Before you go 10-8, it needs to be cleared up, okay? In 10-8, I'm going to say that a lot. That just means in service, okay? So before you do that, you need to have that cleared up. Your mind needs to be right. As you're putting your suit on, you need to not do it in such a rush. You need to kind of do it methodically, okay? And you really need to kind of transform and take on the mindset of, this, police officer, state trooper, deputy, court marshal, border patrol, whatever you do in whatever capacity you are in. You really need to kind of step in and you need to take on that mindset. It's important that you are doing this as you are getting dressed. And I will tell you why is because when you get undressed, and I'm going to do a completely different episode for that, it is important for you to take that, you need to be able to take everything I'm telling you to put on. You need to be able to take it off. There's nobody, I can tell you, no spouse is looking to marry a police officer who acts like a police officer in their relationship. Okay? Straight up. So that's also extremely important for you to keep in mind. So you're getting your uniform on and you're paying attention. Okay? I want you to be paying attention to your uniform. What needs to get squared away? What needs to get updated? What needs, how is your firearm? Take your firearm out in a safe place, unload it, check it out. Once a week, you need to be going through and you need to be cleaning it. Okay? Hands down, I don't care. You need to do it every single week. Check on it. Make sure there's not fuzz. Make sure there's not shit. Make sure, it's not all gunked up. Make sure it's well oiled and lubricated. And you need to be doing this weekly. As you put on your uniform, what I used to do? I used to take my gun out and I would practice drawing and reholstering. I did it 3 times every single time I put on my belt. It just became habit. And I'm asking you to do the same thing. This is not only gonna save your ass. This is also going to get your mind right. Okay? Here you are. You're putting on your Batman suit. Fucking let's do this shit. Okay? Do the same thing with your mace or your taser or whatever whatever your tool of choice is. As you put your vest on, make sure it's snug. A piece of advice is, and I actually learned this on Flint Town. If you guys haven't watched that Netflix series, go do it. It's really good. Is you need to make sure that your vest on the sides, that they overlap and that the front overlaps the back, because that's going to protect you in case a bullet comes in on the side. It's really important. It's a really good thing for you to check out. Okay? Check out and make sure that your handcuffs are nice and fucking lubed, because nothing is worse than you're in a fucking altercation and you cannot for the life of you, 1, get your handcuffs out of your pouch, and number 2, they're not opening. They're opening really slow. Nothing worse than that. So these are the things, and as you are doing this, you are getting into the mindset. Like, this needs to become a part of your routine. And listen, even if you are a veteran officer and I'm talking to you right now, it is never too late to develop a new routine that's going to not only save your life on the job, but it's also going to save you mentally. Okay? So here you are and you're getting your shit together. You put your boots on, you make sure you have your tourniquet. Okay? And if you don't have a tourniquet, get on Amazon and buy yourself one. And if you're sitting here going, Autumn, I don't have one spot on my belt to put my tourniquet, put it either in a pant pocket or put it in your shoe. Okay? You do not have an excuse. In this day and age, you need to be wearing a tourniquet. If you're a woman, you need to be getting your hair squared away. I suggest that you put your hair when you're on duty in a way that you do not wear it any other way, because it's going to give you that mindset. A good idea, something that I found very useful, was using a braid. Okay? So I would braid my hair, and that was the only time I'd braid it a certain way, and how I'd do it and how I did it, and I made it a bun in the back of my head. So that's what I want you to do. Men, make sure your hair is squared away. Make sure your face is shaved, or whatever you're going to do. Just look squared away. Make sure your uniform is squared away as well. Get out that fucking lint roller that you had in the academy, or polish those boots up, or get the mud off them at least, and look good. Do not go to work looking like a bag of ass, because not only will you not feel good about yourself, people are going to be sizing you up all the time. And at this point in time, after you've done all this and you've gone through this methodically, you're ready to go, right? And as you sit here and you're preparing, I want you to make sure that you have all your tools. Make sure you have your flashlight, right? Like, my flashlight was my baby. I work second shift. That was my baby. And so if you're a midnight shifter or a second shifter or a swing shifter, that is your baby. Make sure it's all fucking done and it's on you, and make sure that it's nice and charged. And grab your and I'm not going to get into everything with you, grabbing your radio and all that shit in your duty bag or whatever. But what I'm trying to get instilled in your head here is the fact that you need to have a methodical routine. And I know a lot of yours is going to vary, or it's going to be similar to mine, but this is what your mind, you've got to do this to get your mind in the right place. Put on some tunes. Put on something that pumps you up. Put on something that's going to give you, I'm fucking, the woman, or I'm the man. Like, fuck, you've got to kind of pump yourself up, and you've got to be ready for this. You've got to be excited for your shift. I can tell you that I've gone on shifts dreading my shift, and then I've gone on my shifts excited for my shift. And I can tell you the shifts that always go great are the ones that I'm fucking pumped about. And they go by so fast, and I'm so productive. And, I make my supervisors happy. I make my coworkers happy. Everyone's happy because I'm happy. And that's what I'm trying to instill in your mind right now. Get happy, get pumped up, get in the zone, do this. Let's fucking do this thing, okay? Listen to this as many times as you need to. Create a methodical routine. Get your head in the game. You are about to go to war. That's how it is every single day as a police officer, or even, nowadays as a firefighter as well. And you have got to have your head in the game. No more thinking about what happened at home. No more thinking about all that drama. Tell your family to not fucking text you, not call you. If you want to speak to them, if you want to talk to them, you're going to reach out to them. Okay? Your head needs to be in the game. And this is from your sister in blue, or was in blue, to you, because I give a shit and I want to see you fucking survive emotionally and physically. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Again, short and sweet episodes. I hope this was helpful. Reach out to me if you need anything, okay? Sheepdog Nation.